Welcome to the channel. Yesterday our discussion was if market came back to our demand as part of closing, and what we discussed is if market crosses 25,640 level, then we will be taking a call option. Market did not give us the particular setup, although the trading setup was lined. This is what I said, like market is a game of probabilities, and if you had planned it in such a way that we will enter call only if it is above this level, we would have never entered call in this trade. And I also told, like, I am not interested in put option because market has to give a very strong closing below this, and then market will have to drive. It was a complete news driven market today because of the tax related news which is circulating. And I also told one more thing as part of weekly narrative building, that if market has to go down, this will be the target for this upcoming week. This is what we discussed as part of weekly narrative building, and market gave a closing also below this. So overall it was a complete bearish trend today. And the best part is there are few things which we need to do, like we need to refine the narrative building completely. Now that market has given a new change of characters and new structural changes, what we will do is we will do the fresh narrative building starting from where we are currently. Okay, so what we can see from weekly chart is market has turned into bearish, right? So when market has turned bearish, what we also can see is market has left a supply open. So the ideal scenario for market is, if market taps back here, we can expect market to come down even lower. Okay, so this is what we can see from a weekly perspective. And for market to go back to this place, what is this point? Somewhere around 25,470. So tomorrow the best case scenario would be if market opens slightly gap up, and if we get a tap here and we get a small 1 minute time frame confirmation for negative trend, then we can start to take the market down. Okay, so this is for small gap up. Where we are currently from weekly perspective is, I will draw a few more points also so that you guys are aware of as to what I am talking about. So this is a open demand which we have in a weekly time frame. What does it mean is, market can come down all the way till here. Okay, so if market opens flat and goes up, let it go up. If we get negative reaction from here, then we will try to take the market down by entering shorts. Okay, if market comes down opening flat, then we will be doing a continuation trade and trying to take the market down all the way till here. Okay, so this is what we can analyze and understand from a weekly perspective. So let's go to daily perspective and refine the time frames a little bit. So this is the last demand which we have as part of this change of character, and this is a supply which we have as part of today's session before this change of character. Okay, so refining the ranges a little bit further in 4 hours also, it's very simple. This is the extreme demand which we have, and this is the supply which we have. Yeah, there are two supplies. One is this supply and there is one more supply here. There is a tiny bit of imbalance left out here. If you see here, there is a small gap here. So this is also another supply. So there are two supplies which are left open in 4 hours time frame. Let's see if we can refine them a little bit. Yeah, this is as part of the gap opening which we had. The gap was never filled. So I am making this so detailed so that you guys are also aware of how we can plan our trades going forward. Don't regret that we missed this move. It is okay. Market is not going to go anywhere. If market we miss the move today, tomorrow we'll capture something better as per our trade plan. So have that kind of a mindset always. So let's go to 15 minutes. Yeah, so this is the final range which we have. Okay, so in 15 minutes, if I draw you the structure again, market came down market went up. Okay, market came down, did a pullback, and this is one wave. Okay, so blindly entering call for tomorrow is not in question. Understand this point very clearly. Don't enter call blindly. And tomorrow's session is more about it. If market retraces, let it retrace. It is going to be a very very bigger retracement, meaning 400 points retracement we need before even we think about entering puts on the upside. Okay, so this 400 points, don't even think like we can capture this 400 points. No, it is not possible, because the overall news is negative, and also market is also in a negative trend. So don't think about call option tomorrow. For put, it is going to be simple. Yeah, so if market opens slightly gap up somewhere in this range, somewhere in this particular range, since there are little bit of inefficiencies in the market, if market opens somewhere around here 25,330 ish range, then we can directly short the market and take the market down. Or also, if market opens flat and goes down and gives a closure below today's low also, then we can look for a small pullback before entering puts. Okay, so this is the plan which will be available for tomorrow. So I'm just rephrasing what and all we have discussed. If market opens small gap up, we'll monitor this for 1 minute time frame, and we will see if we get negative reaction from here. If we don't get negative reaction from this particular supply, we will see if we can get negative reaction from this particular supply. Okay, so this is going to be the plan for put in case of small gap up or a small very big gap up also. Okay, we are not entering call tomorrow. If market opens flat and comes down and gives a closure below today's low, we can do a momentum entry also, or we can look for small gap up, small retracement, and take the market down. So possible targets for tomorrow's session would be somewhere around 24,880 is what we can see for tomorrow. If market continues a negative trend, we can see all the way till 24,680. Okay, so in case of small gap down, if market opens gap down somewhere around 100 to 150 points gap down here, then we will see if market can retrace till today's closing, and then see if we can get a negative reaction before taking the market down. Keeping the video short, if you like the analysis, make sure to like the channel, subscribe, and follow for more such educational content. Thank you so much for watching. We'll meet in the next educational video.